Good evening, folks. This is the IGA forum tonight. I'm your hostess, Patricia Gallagher, and this is my co-host, Shelly Marisi. And we're here to talk about the transgendered issues and how they may relate to you or your family.
And we are
And our phone number is area code 312-738-1060. If you have any questions, feel free to call. And we'll try to answer your questions.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh. Okay, you remember we are from Illinois Gender Advocates. And let's see, if you want to contact us, you can reach us at 312-409-5489. Can I say something now?
Yes.
Okay, I want to thank Casey for being here last month with his guest. What was her name?
Vane.
I'm sorry if
Vea.
Vea, okay. Casey kind of talks kind of low sometimes, so I couldn't hear what he was saying. But I want to thank him for coming in last month. It was kind of short notice for him to come in, but he did a great job, so thank you very much. And he did mention one thing about Illinois Gender Advocates. We do help with name changes, so if you're a transgendered person, want to get your name changed, give us a call. We can do that for you at a very reduced rate, so you don't have to go to some high-priced lawyer and get taken to the cleaners. Okay? Right, Patricia?
Yes. And also for the trans people that may or may not have insurance, there is Howard Brown availability at 4025 North Sheridan Road in Chicago. They have a sliding scale, and they work with the trans community, gay and lesbian community as well. And also the straight people are invited to attend there too, if their circumstances dictate that they have need a sliding scale medical health.
Mm-hmm. It's a good place to go if you need help, medical help, psychological help. It's a clean, well-organized, very professional place. So if you need some kind of help, if you're LGBT, that's the place to go there on Howard Brown. And if you're a youth, transgender youth, then of course Tyra, that Casey talked about. And you can get a hold of Casey at 935-3151. Okay, over there, Tyra.
And the ages for people going to Tyra are 14 to 24 for the trans youth. And Tyra stands for Trans Youth
Research, isn't it?
Resources Develop.
Resource. There you go.
Resource Advocates.
There you go. Okay.
Excuse me.
Okay, tonight our topic. Well, since we all had the 4th of July here, the night we were, we have a couple things, but I wanted to bring up tonight the subject of freedom. Okay, if you're an LGBT person,
okay.
How do you feel? Are you free? Are you free in this society? Do you feel free right now? If you don't think you're free, or if you do think you're free, tell us why. Why do you think you're free? And why not, maybe? And there's something Patricia wanted to talk about tonight, too.
Well, another thing is, if you have any personal experiences or know anyone that's been incarcerated that's trans, give us a call also.
Mm-hmm. Hopefully there won't be too many of those calls coming. Too many transgender people
we'd like to know how you were treated. Okay, you have a call?
Okay, now I want to make a program note.
Okay.
For next month, there are going to be 2 shows here. There's going to be 2 shows here. Okay, we have a show set for August 3rd. We'll also have a show set for August 31st. Okay, so remember, 3 and 31st. Okay, I know on the 31st we're going to have the president of Chicago Gender Society is going to be here, Katie Thomas. She wants to be on the show, and she's going to be here 31st. We're looking for a couple other guests for the 3rd, but should have 2 guests for that month. Okay, so you get double your pleasure that month. I should be hosting the show rather on the 31st, and I think Patricia's going to be doing on the 3rd. But Katie's a friend of ours, and she's going to be talking a lot about transgender issues. She's a president of CGS, and she's been the vice president for 6 years now. She was just elected president. Oh, we have a call already. Okay, wow, that was fast. Mm-hmm. Okay. Fire away. I mean,
yes.
Not really fire away, but,
Go ahead. Good evening.
Hi.
Yes.
About a couple weeks ago, I'm talking as a parent, and my daughter's in college. We both had a situation. How can we put it? We both was right, and maybe at the same time we both was wrong. She brought one of her friends home from college, and he happened to be gay. and I'm a black guy. It didn't bother me that he was white. It didn't bother me that he was gay. The thing that bothered me was it was the fact the way he was dressed. He was dressed like how can I describe it? Like Boy George.
Okay.
And my point was this: whatever.
Okay.
Sometimes you just want to blend into a neighborhood, and you don't want no problem. And the issue I was trying to bring up with my daughter was, she was wanting to walk down the neighborhood, and I was fearful of her safety and his safety as well. And she was telling me my neighbors may be ignorant and all that, and she considered me to be very tolerant. And I was telling her, you got to take certain things in consideration, and you got to use some common sense as well. It was a difference if you riding around in a car or something like that. That may not be a problem, but when you out here on foot and you got to deal with the elements out there in the street, whatever, you have to use some common sense as well, whatever. When you got a couple of people maybe against you, maybe want to hurt you, that may not be the time to try to push your issue, the point you're trying to make.
Okay, thanks a lot. Well, Patricia, you want to address that?
Okay. Now, myself being a trans woman for over 15 years out, so to speak, even before I came out, I worked in a lot of areas in the city and suburbs. And when I came out, I never once thought about where I was going or how people were going to react, because I was going to be me, and for the most part, maybe because of the way I dressed, I never really called that much attention to myself, and nobody knew.
Well, I understand what he's saying, though. You do,
and I do understand, sir. I do understand your point of view as a parent, that you're concerned about your daughter's safety, and because she brought a friend home, you feared for his safety in the area that you're in.
Yes, safety first is what it should be. Safety first,
So I hope we addressed your point.
I think he's more right than his daughter is, because I think the safety issue is first. You don't want to see his daughter have any trouble, or her friend. You don't want to see anybody get hurt.
No, definitely not anybody getting hurt.
The thing about safety is you really should be aware of where you're at all the time and who's around you. That's the number one thing. Because you never know, when you're going to meet up with somebody who may not like you for who you are, no matter what you are. Whether you're trans or black or gay or something.
I have another caller here.
Oh, we have a caller. Okay.
Yes,
Hello?
sir.
Hello?
Yes.
Hello? I had a question.
Can you turn your
for
TV set down a little bit, please?
Excuse me?
Turn your TV set down. We're getting an echo here.
All right. I had a question for you.
Yes.
Turn it up. Turn it up. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Which one of y'all taking in the ass?
No, we don't like those kind of.
We don't. This is not a pornography show.
We don't have a.
And if you can't say something nice, don't call at all.
Yes, my friend gets a little excited.
And we will refer you to the abuse hotline.
anyway, he's the kind of guy that the other caller was talking about. Okay, so that's the kind of people you got to watch out for. Okay.
Unfortunately, we do have some nuts that don't have any sanity in their head and don't realize that everybody has the right to express themselves the way they feel.
But anyway, we want to get back to the original topic. If you feel like you're, transgender, how are your rights? Because if you're a transgender, you can't be in the military. Okay. That's not right, is it? Is that being free? I don't think so. Anybody on? Okay. But I don't know, Patricia. What do you think?
Well, the question I have that I like to pose to the audience: how do you think you're free if you're, or do you think that there shouldn't? Everybody said a couple months ago that why do we need transgender rights and that? Why? Because if they find out you're transgender, you can be fired. By the most part, in other states throughout the country, you can be denied housing, you can be denied medical benefits, and they treat you like you're not a human being. Now, if you think that's fair, let us know. Thank you.
Well, without telling my age again, but I kind of grew up in the '60s, and I do remember a lot of the stuff that was going on there. And I happened to be watching a program the other night about the '60s, and even nobody can equate the civil rights movement, with us in that, what we're doing. It was from those '60s when you had the civil rights and anti-war stuff, all that stuff. That this movement, the transgender movement, the gay movement, the feminist movement, sprang out of all that stuff from the '60s. When people said, "Hey, things have got to change," and if it wasn't for those days, that decade, we wouldn't be sitting here now, probably.